Hello and everybody. Hello and everybody. Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 12 Semifinals. I keep wanting to say Week 4. It's weird. Why do I do that? Learn Dota 2 League Semifinals. We got Backdoor Boys. We got Radiant Straits. We were going to cast this live this week, but then at the last second Hollywood's like, "Can we get this instead?" I am Mr. Hollywood. Can we get this
I'm
instead,
Hollywood.
please? It's not easy
That
being
sounds like
green.
him.
And yeah, so instead we're doing this with a very unique special guest this week. Today
We just
we've
got a zero
actually,
band.
yep. Today we actually have I believe Dusty of the Backdoor Boys with
Yeah,
us.
it is me, Dusty.
Or are you Ladda Lads?
No. Definitely not him.
Actually, I tell you who you get if you can't get Dusty or you can't get Ladda Lads, right? You get the stand-in that pretty much might as well be the full-time member of Backdoor Boys. You get Vex. Welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm a bit surprising because you just asked me like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah! Well, no, I asked you like an hour ago, but then you only realized I was talking about today like 15 minutes ago.
I was just playing a pub.
Yeah, I just came into the call. You were in like the Dota U, and I just came in and I was like, Vex, I'm taking you to the Shadow Realm with me, Vex.
Yep.
Taking you to the Netherworld.
Pretty much.
And they, Radiant Straits must think you're on today because they're banning out Night Stalker. They're also banning out the combination Bin Grimstroke.
Oh shit. I mean, I am Dusty to be fair, so.
It's true.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, like I said before, I think Dusty is just combination means imaginary friend, and the real deal is just you play, and whenever you can't make it, Rada just plays 2 monitors. Just to help keep the dream alive. Just to help keep the dream alive. First pick Quap, that is very brave.
Alright.
This is also a pretty good hero in this patch, so.
Yep. Backdoor Boys, if you notice, were immediately looking at all over Princess. First 2 bans were both Princess heroes.
So they wanted to get the princess pick out of the way, maybe, to not,
Yeah.
before they ban his entire hero pool.
Yeah, just panic him to picking early.
Lion.
And who counters Quap better at mid than Lion?
A lot of people. But
Yeah, that's true. Luckily, it's probably not going to be their mid pick, but you know.
yeah, I know actually both supports on Backdoor Boys have played Lion, so
Yep.
who knows?
I would say generally I associate it more with Bean. Funnily enough, despite their positions, I feel like Bean tends to play more of like a pause 5 hero pool, and Rada tends to play more of a 4 hero pool. Perhaps they were destined to be switched at birth.
Maybe.
Like how they're both in the Rada clan, by the way.
Okay, whatever, dude. I just woke up, not even trying right now, and I'm lagging.
Yo, are TZ's lagging too?
Wow.
Dire team pick. Riki.
Ricky, okay.
Ricky, very early Ricky here.
Yep.
So
I think Quap has problems with Ricky before BKB.
Yeah. Both with the smoke cloud and with just the capacity and the hero in general can just kind of follow her around, can keep up with her with the blink.
Because like if you're a Quap and you're in Ricky's smoke and you get
You're dead,
maybe
yeah.
double line stunned
And
or
if you-
deflated.
Yeah. Can't split push. It's really dangerous.
Now Radiant Straits immediately taking a look at the Manoy heroes. Also that Underlord pick there. Not not that traditional for Ladda Lads. Not that traditional, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes. I can definitely see how it could be a problem against Ricky in particular. For Ricky, I should say.
Not
Razor?
traditional to pick one support in the first 4, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Razor. I mean, hey, maybe it is Manoy. He is crazy. Maybe it really is Pause 2 Lion.
That's true, it could be. Could be.
Radiant Straits certainly don't think so. I cannot argue much with them.
Didn't Dragon play line 2?
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
he did. This is the only line 2 of the
I
tournament, I
think it went terribly.
Oh
Didn't
yeah, it
work,
didn't
yeah.
work. Yeah, he got scrambled like an egg.
That was in one of the Roche Riders games, I think, against
Yeah,
Roche
yeah,
Riders.
yeah. It was Roche Rider's game too.
Yep.
I think I can't remember what he ran in game one. Was that another one of his Derforgan Knight games?
I don't remember. Maybe.
I hope not. Dragon Knight mid. Uh, Dragon
No,
Knight mid has proved its lack of utility in this tournament. Let's just say.
I don't think he plays Dragon Knight mid. Like he plays like LC mid, or like he'll usually play a support mid.
We definitely
But,
saw him get picked Dragon Knight mid at least once here. So
already.
yeah.
That sounds cursed as fuck.
Forward all hate mail to the to Otto and Matty Boy.
Yep.
No Spectre, says the Backdoor Boys.
Getting ready. If they win this series for their ban game against Panic.
Yep.
Banning that Spectre.
And if they do take on Panic, yeah, you just run the same ban list basically. Actually,
Yeah, there you go.
just
So I
swap
probably
out.
wouldn't worry about OD if I was
Yeah.
playing Panic.
I would swap out the Windrunner
OD's
for
like a
like
princess.
swap out the Windrunner for like Ember Spirit. OD is a princess hero, but can you imagine the trash boat OD?
Yeah, I guess Trashbow could play him too.
Mm-mm. I don't want to think about that. They're leaving some of the Lambert classics in the pool here, which is very interesting. There's no ban on the
Yeah, there
Elk,
are.
nor is there a ban on the Arc Warden. Arc Warden, it seems, would be overall, you could say Lambert's like signature hero.
I would
That's,
ban the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Bloodseeker as well. Got a lot of Lambert classics still in the pool here. He has a lot of wiggle room to play whatever he wants here. Which is an interesting scenario, because usually for Radiant Straits, Lambert gets put into a corner with bans and Princess gets pretty free picks, but this time it seems more like they had Princess in the corner, but Lambert gets to run free.
Yep.
An interesting inversion. Maybe they knew he was already tilted from the match they had right before
I
this.
think Rada trusts his mid. Could be. Trust his just trust his players generally to be able to play around whatever Lambert picks.
It's going to be our Dusty Slardar. I think
Yeah.
legitimately over 80% of Dusty's actual appearances at this tournament, what few there have been on Slardar.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
It's gonna be some help against some of these guys. Like it's gonna be some help against the Underlord. You know, being able to break his armor does help inert a lot of that big nasty passive.
Yep.
He is gonna be hurting to try and blink anywhere between these three guys. Like he's gonna be hurting trying to blink anywhere with the Quap dagger on him. It's gonna be hurting him to blink anywhere having to play around the Pit Lord stuff, and it's gonna hurt him to blink anywhere if you can blink on top of Neeks and just stomp him.
Kind of showing.
Interesting. They're holding Lambert to last round.
Yeah, they were.
It's actually a little risky. They're actually giving them some more nice
They
potential.
only have
bans
2
on them.
bans, so.
That is true. They only have 2 bans, but that's still, you know, you've increased the pool of bans against this one guy from 3 to 5. You know.
Yep. It's a lot better as a 1 to see what you're, like, mostly what you're up against.
I guess that's true. He's also going to be in the unfortunate position that they're not getting the last pick as well.
Yeah, they don't have last pick, so that's a bit of a problem, but.
Because second pick is God.
Yep.
The only good thing I think that comes out of first pick is 4th overall. Oh god.
Okay, here we go.
Oh god,
That's a really good pick.
it's the pause 5 Abaddon 2.
It is a good pick. I like Abaddon in this game.
Yep.
In the 5 capacity. Silence is going to be good. I don't know how often he's going to be able to get it off against any of these guys, but certainly going to be good if he can. The shield is going to be really good at just freeing people from a lot of this stuff, knocking off the co-op DOT, knocking off the pit if you need to do that split second sort of decision, knocking off the Neeks stuns, knocking off the Shaman stuns and Hex. Shaman is
Everything.
basically written off, I feel like.
Yep.
Because,
10 seconds remaining.
Shaman has a lose-lose here when it comes to getting stuns. 'Cause it's like, Shaman can hex somebody, which will just get a Photic off, or he can E somebody, which, Abaddon will just start beating them up and he'll have to let go anyway, whether he wants to or not at that point.
And a Slora is near, that's also a good way to cancel it.
Yep. Fee's really good with his shield timings as well. He could stick an Aphotic on Slardar well in advance, or Ricky as well, well in advance of them, either of them going in, and just have the shield pop the second they engage, just to add some more punch to the blinks in.
I think what you do is, in a perfect world, you have Shaman, Hex, Abaddon, and just have Nyx point guard whoever, Shaman's trying to kill.
Radiant team
Right.
back.
No puck. It's all about Minoy. Look at that ban list. We got two bans for anybody else. And then on the other hand, with the Backdoor Boys, you have 2 bans for anyone else. You can really tell who these teams are kind of built around, I think.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
One downside to a
remaining.
ban here is I don't think borrowed time is going to be all that great. There's not a lot of damage that they're going to have to... that's unavoidable, and they got a lot of answers to making sure he can't get away without just refilling his entire HP pool, most notably the shackles.
Dire team pick.
Okay.
No
If I was
draw range.
Lambert, I'd go for the Orc Warden in this game. They don't have great answer to it.
Radiant team pick.
Well, if you were
Okay.
Lambert, you would have picked
Oh
right now.
god. What a disgusting
Yeah,
pick.
They have a severe lack of answer for Orc Warden in this game.
They do.
On the other hand, they also have last pick and a severe lack of,
10
well, a
seconds
severe
remaining.
presence of Minoy can put a stop to that, I think. It's very fortunate for Backdoor Boys to get second pick here.
Okay, whatever, dude. I just woke up. Not even trying right now.
It is
I'm
one
like,
thing Abaddon really just has no recourse against. Like, he just can't do anything about Arc Warden, really.
Might random. Oh no.
You may
Anti-mage.
now select your heroes.
So it's an AM mid,
Uh,
looking like AM.
looking
Yeah,
at-
AM mid.
Okay, whoa.
Minoy, not satisfied with sandbagging in ranked, chooses to sandbag in the LD2L itself.
Maybe you
Damn,
forgot that this is not a scrim.
Maybe.
It is Minoy. I mean,
Minoy is
never
crazy.
underestimate this guy on weird heroes.
Right. What do you think, Randy? What do you think this looks like as an AM game?
I like it against Quap. Not sure how much I like it against anyone else.
One
Yep.
interesting thing with the AM here as well. Ricky on Chris, who heck lost Burrow. We have seen that used so far in this tournament as kind of like a the stock one you pick if your 2 is going to need $1 million. So like, the very least, anti-mage isn't going to be competing for farm quite so much.
Yep.
Ricky actually has quite a lot to offer as one, even if he's not necessarily up. But
I don't think Backdoor has. We'll see, I think. But I don't think Backdoor has late game.
I think they're going to have last game in terms of like a straight fight, but I don't know how well they're going to be at like actually setting straight fights up.
You hurt the ones you love.
Because I feel like Arc Warden's one of the few people I'd be really nervous about if I was playing anti-mage and the game went on for, 40 plus.
Right, and then on the other hand, I mean, I will say if you look at the other X factors here, if you look at the other outsiders, Ricky, I would say, is going to outscale Quap, and probably not too competitively either. Ricky is going to run away from Quap at some point in this game. And I would say even Slardar is going to outscale the Pit Lord to a decent degree, especially when you consider there's kind of a personal Slardar counters the Pit Lord in particular here. So Anti-Mage personally is going to be down. The rest of his team is probably going to be relatively stronger at the very least. I mean, even if you look at things like, Lion is going to have the finger that he can ramp up that's going to help him stay relevant later on in the game, whereas Shaman and Neek's not really quite so much, though
30
Shaman does
seconds
always
to
have
battle.
Serpent Ward for pushing.
Right.
And that is the interesting thing, you know. Late in the game, I think Backdoor Boys are going to be, you know, likely going to be overall. I think I'll contradict what I said just a minute ago. I think Backdoor will win straight fights, but I feel like it's going to be really hard for Radiant Straits to actually get that to happen. And they have some pick themselves.
The battle
Radiant
begins.
Straits have a very good just pushing lineup.
Yep.
Again, Lambert sponsored by Android. So very big sponsorship. All right, now
Some good
time.
vibes going on in pregame.
Now time for the calls. This is going to be fun. On the Backdoor Boys. You know what? I'll do Radiant Straits, actually. On the Radiant Straits, Lambert, pause 1 on the Arc Warden. Pause 2, Princess on the Queen of Pain, who I'm going to call Marcy a million times because of that sponsorship and clan tag. Pause 3, the Lad of Lads, sponsored by Big Oof on the Pit Lord. Pause 4, Cranberry Sprite on the Neeks Assassin. And pause 5, captain of the team, Magician, sponsored by his own tournaments, on the Shadow Shaman. And Vex, as our stand-in guest commentator of the day,
Of course, of course.
how would you like to call the Backdoor Boys for us? Your own team, basically.
Pretty much.
Well, you
Wait,
better
what?
you better start calling them before Ricky dies. Okay, there we go.
Oh wait. Okay, okay. Pause 1 is Chris, who loves
Hagen
Peru,
loves Peru.
obviously. Hagen loves Peru.
Yeah.
Pause 5, Captain Rada, obviously. Pause 3, obviously, Vex. Don't really play
Yeah.
Slaughter though. It's a weird pick for me,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Kind of unusual.
Yep. Pause 4, obviously, combination Bean.
Yep.
Pause 5.
Who just
Oh.
got first blood is Rada. You
Oh,
did already
shit.
call Rada. The person you haven't called is the pause too.
Yep. Manoi, obviously on that anti-mage. Love to see it.
Yep. Manoy,
Yep.
giving new meaning to his avatar.
True. Behind Manoi, obviously.
See that first blood, how that went down. Ooh, that's not nice,
Sad.
dude.
Yeah.
Just blows up his own aphotic shield. That is kind of
Yep.
nasty business. Commits suicide. Yep, aphotic shield, it does a lot of damage in lane. You know, even at the very earliest levels, you cannot take many pops of that thing. Good dodge by the Ricky. Just completely inerts all the little counter-offensive we had there.
Keep it PMA.
Yep.
DSJ.
Yep. Interestingly, Manoy actually keeping relatively competitive here as far as last citizen denies go at mid. Quap really so far has not been able to stifle his farm to any significant degree.
Yeah, you can get that.
Imagine
Go on.
when I goes for the magic build. Like the
That would be
E-Blade. E-Blade. Yeah.
By the way, Dusty just kind of randomly died.
Yep. Not bad.
Yeah, what the hell, Vex? What we pay you for?
True.
Both Ricky and Abaddon, a little low.
As I was saying, the casual point spell shield on the mid lane kind of inerts Quapsy until it's at least level 3, I would say, probably.
Right.
Yep.
So it's just not a tool the Quap can use to harass.
Right, she's just going to need to focus right clicks here, which is not a usual position for Quap to be in. Making it the silence out on the Nyx Assassin, but nothing more than that, probably. I like the bait. I like the bait attempt, at least. Just waits for the perfect time, then just pops the spikes, but just the Batten doesn't fall for it.
All melee party down here. Not
Yeah,
a
that's
single
true.
range hero.
Heck, there's not many ranged heroes in this game in total. Just Lion, Arc Warden, and Lion, Arc,
Queen of Pain,
Princess,
Shaman,
and
yeah.
Shaman, yeah. It's more than I was originally considering there.
Could have done an all melee team if they picked Ogre on combination beans.
Yeah, that's
but
true. That would have
sure.
been fun.
Maybe fun for someone that isn't them, perhaps.
Double melee. I just played a double melee game. Awful.
One thing that is going to be interesting here for the off lane of Radiant Straits is that the Pit Lord passive, which he is leaning into here, it's going to make it really hard for Ricky to get very much farm at all. You can actually see he's down quite heavily for how Ricky usually goes in lane.
Yep.
I like your moves. I like your style.
Now, next time Pit Lord's close, we'll get a good look at his numbers here. It drops him down 8 damage, even at level
Yeah, just
2.
by default.
That's you know, he would usually have bonus damage as well. So, oof, Magician, a little bit of a bad way here. Sitting between 2 stuns as
pretty
well.
Yep. He's fine. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Slaughter just
Lambert
a
can stick a
moment
spark
away.
right there to make sure
9-9,
nothing
yeah.
comes of it.
Lambert pinging the hell out of Magician, like, what are you doing, dude? Get out of there. Which is probably right, because, you know, Slaughter lingering around with the 4th hit and his W ready. Should have certainly been a kill. Swinging a miss on a bad near. Good spikes. Kind of ends up giving some almost mixed signals to Rada there. He can't quite decide who the enemy offlane's going after here.
His middle tower is under attack.
Kind of ends up wasting a bit of mana on really nothing, but pushing the wave out a bit.
Yep. Pretty slow going. These two teams not teams known for making mistakes. So
Arc Warden going to get kind of smashed up a bit here.
Sean will make sure nothing happens there.
The Slaughter attempts to go in deep for Magician here. Magician who's still sitting around at very low HP and mana. Really, almost his entire existence is a bluff. Feel like if Backdoor played that a little bit more aggressively, he would have just been dead with pretty little recourse.
What do you guys think the AM build would be? Because he won't go Battle Fury, I think, right? Oh, he's going
No.
Battle Fury.
He has that
Ooh,
ring health.
okay. That's a ring.
I don't think he'll get it. Maybe he goes it. I don't know. It feels like a grief if he goes for it, but
Yep. Put it into a vessel.
maybe.
Oh well, the exact phenomenon. Jeez, I just can't. I look away, immediate death. Just that nothing goes right. Princess
Well,
down here.
oh.
Bob
Oh.
screams at Ricky and he's gone. Manoy shows up
Manoy.
trailing. Oh,
Oh,
big mana
boy.
void.
Good fairy fire attempt, but too much damage.
Yep. One thing that actually is going to give them a little bit of favor here, one thing that actually is going to come in handy for them, is the ability to have Lion sucking people dry to build up the mana void as well.
Yep.
I think that's
Co-op level
probably.
6 is a pretty bad matchup against anti-mage level 6, unfortunately.
I think Lion giving somebody the suck is going to do more DPS than his auto attack would at 6. Very
Yep.
inconveniently timed silence on Pit Lord there.
Oh, the
Very
shield does a lot of
inconveniently
damage.
timed, Yep. Oh, Cranberry's super low. Does have a stun. Turns
Oh,
around to
that-
try and
Turns
stun, but
around.
that's a big mistake.
He's
Bad
coiled.
punishes. Yep. Snakes with the mist coil.
Oh, he's
Being
dead.
being
Yeah,
very
he's-
very low
he's
here.
flux.
Yep. Lambert uses all of his voice chat commands. And his
Flux
support
is
gets
pretty
helped, you
dangerous
know.
for supports in lane because of things like that, basically. Because you're generally going to be away from your carry if you're, stacking, messing with the equal rune, stuff like that.
Did get the shackles, unfortunate.
Yep.
Oh
Cool.
man, Dusty
Oh,
with 30
okay.
HP at the end of that. That's what, like, one Arc Warden auto attack away from
Toxic.
death?
Okay, dude. I mean, He had to get Midas because it's Arc Warden, but
Yeah, that's if there's any time Lambert's gonna be building Arc Midas, it's
Yep.
definitely gonna be on the Arc Warden, right? Here comes a
That's
Batten.
pretty core on the
Light
zero.
actually really low. Lord might actually go down here. Magician, by the way, going down at top. The Shadow Shaman, nothing left to do here. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Cranberry kind of wasted his
Shield.
spikes.
the Aphotic.
How'd the Aphotic not get
Oh.
him? Just barely was in.
It's because
oh.
it doesn't hit through fog.
Yeah, just
Correct.
barely in the fog there. Must have
Yeah,
been just
unfortunate.
mere inches.
Yep.
Oh, if I was bad in this game, I'd tear my hair out when that happened to me. It's the power of the upgraded boots. Very important as a abandoned lane.
I feel like it's one of the only abilities that works like that. That ignores or doesn't ignore fog even for some reason.
Right.
Really strange.
Spark Wraith on the crappy hill troll. Anti-Mage actually at the top of the charts right now for last hits. It's 10 above Quap. You're at 10 minutes. Quap Blue is retired to the jungle, it seems. If you look at the
Can you
net
check
worth
his-
chart, also
Can we check his
well
item
above
build? What is he getting?
He is
Okay, he's
getting Battle Fury.
Fury.
Yeah, this is this
Expects a
definitely
later game.
I
Huh?
really don't like it.
this definitely went worse for Princess than I think he was probably expecting it to go. You know, Anti-Mage at the top of the net worth charts, Queen of Pain about halfway down, not doing appreciably better than the Ricky.
I think building for a later game might be a mistake here. I
Yeah.
kind of agree, because they don't outskill the Arc Warden.
I was
Gonna miss-
expecting a E-Blade AM, man. Kind of disappointed.
You know, usually
Missing every kill.
Nope. I didn't miss any kills. Okay, see? Cranberry Sprite running up top to jump on the line. Successful gank there. Very short order. Arc Warden eating people already.
Yep.
A lot of lads in big trouble here, though. Abaddon
Rada's the
went
worst
just
kill.
a bridge too far. Couldn't quite find his way around.
Oh,
Oh, no,
Oh.
baby! Ricky
Big
dodges
dodge.
the quapple.
very unfortunate.
Is under attack. Dire's structures
Princess gonna be crying himself to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I feel like if there's any game where you build earlier on AM, it's this game, because he's not outscaling Arc Warden.
Yep.
He's
Which is a rare problem for an AM to have. He's in the middle of everyone here.
Yep. Arc Warden in a very bad spot, actually. Gets fingered. First finger of the game. And not a bad target for it. The enemy puzzle one, especially if it's a success. All three members of Radiant Straits going down top to fight the Backdoor Boys.
That was
Fairly
in mid
deadly
part, though.
rotation.
Radiant's bottom
Yep.
tower.
Lose a Radiant T1 bot.
Dire's top tower.
Absolute tradition here in the LD2L.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As stated before, Abaddon, one of the better early game tower pushers. The ability to drop the Curse of Avernus on tower is pretty big, though he only has one level of it right now, and to that end, he's not going to get that much done
We're
with it
gonna
right now.
force the max out shield in this game, I think.
Yep,
Balance.
no surprise there. It's probably the most ideal thing to do in this
Radiant's
situation.
bottom tower is under attack.
Princess going to try and go in on the T1 mid here, but
She can easily die here.
yeah, he's got company in a big way. Smoke Cloud,
Okay.
good response by the Shaman there.
Didn't have the CC they needed there.
Combination being stuns the Spark Wraith. That'll show up.
Classic.
Which is stunning uphill blind, so.
Yeah, it's true. It looked so purposeful when you have Fog of
Yeah.
War off, just directly hit it, nothing else around. I hate Spark Wraiths.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. Arc Warden probably, he puts them everywhere. I guess if he really liked them that much, though, he probably wouldn't just casually leave them wherever he went. You know, you take better care of things you like, unless you're just irresponsible, I guess. Some funny ward wars happening here in the river. Good reaction time on the chickening.
Yep.
Better reaction time on the Hex than on the Aphotic, actually.
Had that Hex ready to go.
Was definitely considering that possibility in the river there. This is good. That's a good way to maintain your vision. Is just have the contingency plan. Make sure you know what's going to happen if something goes wrong. You definitely saw it there. A lot of stuff being dropped in the anti-mage's head here, though.
Certainly
So
are.
much magic damage, he barely takes half his pool.
Yep.
Yep.
Able to get two levels of magic shield here. I actually think if I'm in this game, I'm not an anti-mage player, mind you. I actually think if I'm in this game, I actually maybe forgo Link a little more to lean on the counter spell here. Just
Maybe. I think they're equally important though. Is the unfortunate part.
couple of points in and he's kind of invincible for a long time. Yeah, the only person with a lot of fist damage on that lineup being the Arc Warden. I can definitely tell you this: Pitlord's in a bit of an interesting spot for items here. I don't know what you get if you're a Pitlord in this situation. Maybe Shivas. Just hope Anti-Mage does not go BKB get the Shivas.
His answer is Atos, forcing
Start with
him
the
to
Atos, which is
perhaps
not
build a
surprising.
Manta or something.
Yep, start with the Atos. No surprise on the Atos, but
Doesn't need a lot of mana.
Yep.
He has the Soul Ring though.
and he's got a nice little constant supply of clarities as well.
Yep.
Soldier's fortune.
What else? Vlad's could be interesting in combination with the Arc Warden. Doubt he's building it. But Vlad's isn't in much fashion right now, but especially if you're not going to go the super. Well, I mean, hey, if you're good at micro, the super Vlad's / super dominator, which is probably more of an apt description. That might
Oh, the
actually not be a
Overlord,
bad
yeah.
idea.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's Overlord.
Yep.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Just help out with the already considerable push and give Arc Warden
We have
something
a
to
lot
show
of people coming up for Princess here.
Yeah,
She's
Princess
dead.
looking at a very bad way.
Yeah.
A very dead way, actually. Anti-Mage getting another casual kill here just to put him back on top of those net worth charts.
The
Go
co-op
for the
matchup against AM is not good for co-op, I feel like.
Yep.
Oh.
And the line
Lot of
figure of
damage.
death against Neek's assassin isn't good for the Neeks either.
Dire's
Damn.
is under attack.
Hey, nice
Lord
catch.
getting,
Backdoor Boys destroy them behind their own tower.
Yep, the Backdoor Boys take out 4 in the series of about a minute or two and lose nobody to do it. They don't even really... Like, the closest they get is a Ban lost half his bar, and that means a lot less when you're talking about a Ban. Especially
Yep.
when he has Tranks.
That's the
Yeah,
one thing
Rada.
about this team. It's like the fights are really coordinated. Like everyone can just like go like cast all their spells perfectly while like not saying anything in comms. Pretty much.
Right. Which is funny, because that's usually, I think, a big Radiant Straits advantage. Yeah, that's
It is.
usually something Radiant Straits are kind of used to playing with, because, you know, like I said before, Marcy, for God's sake, Princess, please change your sponsorship, and Lambert play, Princess and Sponsor. I'm losing my mind, bro.
The greatest player in the world, sponsor.
We'll have one at the end of this, the end of next episode, or the episode after that, if this goes to Game 3. The, Princess and Lambert, they're very on the level there. I said before, you know, you can't accidentally time things as well as those two do with each other. It just doesn't happen. It's just not, like, a reasonable thing. So, usually it's them with that, that's sort of the underlying chemistry, the under-the-skin sort of matchup there. But with the Backdoor Boys, you know, the Backdoor Boys is a nasty, nasty thing to be looking at. There's a ward there, by the way. And now we wait. Or we don't,
think-
maybe.
I think the way Lambert's playing this is smart. If he joins these early fights, he's gonna die, and
Yeah.
you know mortgage his later game. So it just completely remove himself from these fights. You know,
Yeah,
bank
he's
on
not
late,
even...
and I think he can bank on late. They have late.
If you notice, he's not just not taking part in these matchups, he's not even leaving himself in the danger zone of these matchups. I mean, he is like half
Yeah.
the map away whenever things happen. It's definitely the right move here. You know, Arc Warden, I think, of the carries, Arc Warden is one of the ones that is like the most late game oriented. Like, Arc Warden cannot do much in a fight at 20 minutes. He just, no matter how well things go for him, his kit really just is not conducive to that. Arc Warden does not get a lot done if he himself cannot do
Needs
a
items,
load
yeah.
of right click. So it's just getting scanned out here. I think they think that might be Lambert, but it ain't. Smoking
I would
in.
say, I would say, but this time, Backdoor should have got a tier 2 at least, but they didn't. So I don't know. I would be scared by this point.
Yeah.
They do have
Got one
they do
player.
have a lead, but not very much of one. It's a 2K, and that just
Yeah.
shrank to 1.
They don't
Pretty
have
much-
enough of a lead.
Dire's top
Pretty much all that money is on anti-mage. Like if you take anti-mage out of the equation, then it is it immediately turns into a very very
Man, usually
different league.
usually that would be super scary for the other team, but in this game where anti-mage doesn't scale better than Arc Warden,
is under attack.
I don't know. It's a little worrying.
They are trying to force a response on the T2 here.
Tower is under attack.
I don't think Radiant Straits are really going to care that much.
Response will not be coming.
Dire's top tower
Yep.
has fallen.
Though
Radiant's
they're able
bottom
to
tower
stifle
is
the
under
push
attack.
completely.
Take out the
T2 is going to
fake
be
warden.
really safe. So, Backdoor Boys did just completely take out a, they did take out a push on a T2. Just get a free T2 of their own. So that was definitely good for them overall.
Is he blind charging him or?
I think so.
Yeah, he doesn't have vision of him. Only wards are Straits wards.
Ah, Cranberry missed the stun there. They do have the Rod of Atos, so.
They have response
Yeah,
coming
for
in.
it.
Yep, but no avail.
Nope. Response
Not save
turns their
life.
back.
Lambert, that was the first kill Lambert had anything to do with since like lane phase basically.
Yep.
And he did
That was a
get nailed
pretty
on that.
safe kill, so.
Yep, very safe for him. Got a free A. Everything good in the world if you're Lambert.
It's the only reason he was anywhere near that is because it was super safe.
He's actually taking time out from the Maelstrom to go for a quick Hurricane Harper Pike here, which I think is probably a good idea. Anti-Mage finishes the Manta style in the meantime.
Yep.
Hurricane Harbor Pike, which will help him get out of smoke and help him get out of potentially, like if he thinks Slarter's about to blink in, he can make a move. If he thinks if Slarter's beating one of his buddies up, he can make a move with it. Gives him the
It's
ability.
also
to
it's one of the only ways you can displace anti-mage while he's got his spell shield active.
right.
Yeah, I
Shadow
think if I
Shot.
was the AM, I would just skip the battlefield. You go like Manta, Axe, E-Blade or something. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. Kind of makes sense with the push strat.
Right. It definitely would also help in establishing something that could. Oh, I'll do an early rush here. Establishing something that who farted in the Roche bit, by the way. Establishing something that they could use for dealing with the Arc Warden as well. The E-Blade, because you E-Blade Arc Warden. All he does
Yep.
is right click. What's he gonna do?
You can also, you can just save people or just use it offensively. But in this
Right.
case, I would just use it to save people.
We could use it defensively. You could use it offensively. It goes well, especially with some of the guys in this lineup. I mean, you E-Blade somebody right in Lion's face. Goodbye.
Yep.
Somebody is not thrilled. It's Rada, who is scribbling all over the map right now.
He's the captain. That's what he does.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm sure the thought process is, alright
Radiant's
guys,
bottom
we
tower
got the
has
Aegis
been
here.
denied.
And we know this Arc Warden guy, he's gonna be trouble sooner or later. He hasn't moved yet, but we know he's gonna. So we gotta go to his own little hideouts. We gotta smoke him out. Maybe make sure we beat the cops there too.
We're out of the mob boss.
I mean, that could still be like a private eye.
That's true.
All these Invis people passing each other here in the middle of the
Dire's bottom
jungle.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's true.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage and Abaddon just playing two-man demolition crew on the tower here, bot. Manoy actually
Remember-
got so much money in such a short time. He actually just
Send
finished
a
a whole
double here, I
Basher.
think. Yeah, it's a double.
Very interesting there. The first sort of encounter that you would really have one-on-one, or at least in a very closed environment between Arc Warden and the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage pretty quickly gets out of there.
Well, it's just a double, so
Right, it
he's
is a
not gonna.
double.
Intimate isn't gonna waste his time and energy fighting a double. It's
Well,
pretty
you see,
pointless.
the interest there is not that it's the double and he's like not finding it, but just how quickly he gets out. He doesn't even try to get like more knocks to the tower or anything.
Yep.
Speaking of Nox, Magician going straight to the School of Hard Knocks, being very well beat up here.
Oh
Lots
no!
of blinks coming in. There's 3 different people blink on top of Princess's head, and soon enough, she's out.
Lambert,
Lambert in a not
good
the best
misdirection
run.
Or
there.
staff.
Yeah, that was Pike actually.
Other Pike, yeah.
Park actually trying to keep the fight going, but he actually gets chased under his T3 by
Pretty big.
Ricky.
Really big fight.
Has been
5 for nothing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
To be able to get a lot out of this.
Yep,
Hopefully.
the creep wave is right here. They don't have that long though. It's still pretty early in the game. So they're probably going to get nothing more than this T2, but that's still a very big team fight for them.
Dire's middle
I mean,
tower
they need to get a lot out of this. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah,
They
really
have to.
do. Yeah. Because this might legitimately be the last easy kill on Orc Warden you can get.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They don't go for it anymore.
yep. They're just pulling there. Let's take this time out to admire the Lad statue.
Damn.
All right, admiration complete. 4-man smoke here. Lambert actually not joining the party. He's too busy talking to his Android sponsors top, I guess. I don't know what he's sitting around doing.
True.
Break the smoke, but that's actually sitting uphill.
Okay.
Good
see
use
him.
of sentry ward there, but a little late to the party there.
Okay. Good.
Oh
Just
no.
ruins the affair, but Lambert dies immediately. Ricky
Oh,
just shatters
Ricky
him.
does a lot of damage.
Does he have a data list? No.
No,
Holy
he
shit.
just is just naturally doing about a
Broken
trillion.
hero. Oh, he
damage.
has a double damage. Okay.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
makes
A
sense.
very unfortunate turn for Radiant Straits there. I do not think that fight would have gone even kind of like that without that DD.
So I assume they take T2 bot with this.
Yep, that's the last T2 for the Dire here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
I will say one thing. They should have like completely shut down the co-op. Like the co-op is like supposed to get no farm in this match. The Ricky and Ricky should run him down, or the AM and Ricky combo. But yeah, I feel like
I will
she's
say I do feel like Quap at this point is fairly written off. It seems like in these fights she's just
Not as
able to
written off as she
accomplish.
could be.
Yeah, not as much,
Not
though, like-
100%, but it feels
Yeah.
like pretty much all she does in these fights is hassle the supports a little bit, then die without accomplishing that much.
she gets her ult out, so like there's a
True.
lot.
She does get her ult out, but what worth is getting the ult out if kills don't actually ensue as a result? Outpost changes hands.
Well, next fight Ricky won't have a double damage, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or aim.
Even in fights where that's been the case, though. Anti-Major, by the way, is starting to take a really commanding lead on this net worth chart. Has gone
Yep.
from neck and neck with Lambert to about 5k above him. It's not much to sneeze at. I mean, 5k is about half of their combined, like, their team's net worth advantage, otherwise, you know?
It's true.
This is like a big turning point for the team fights,
Right.
the game in general. Lampard is actually getting scary now.
It's going for Glebe instead of Mjolnir, which is interesting. Not
Gleipnir.
Not unusual.
You do that twice, so that's good.
yeah. Get a lot of fun out. He's gonna be restricting his damage a little bit doing that. But
Dire are scanning.
we're just going to eat poor
Sad.
Shadow Shaman there in mere moments. Actually gonna
There you
go
go,
poke
player.
uphill while Radiant Straits are looking to get to do something at mid.
Lambert's here though. He's gonna make that really annoying.
Yep. Actually gets about a third
Ooh,
of that tower's
good
HP.
jump.
Okay, good
Oh,
Nick's
no.
stun. Actually, Nick's stun just completely saved Lambert's bacon there.
So much damage.
At the cost of his life, but... Oh, Quapple!
Oh, what an
Really
ult.
big
Yep, yep.
Quapple too, baby!
There's the impact. There's the
Wicked
quaffle
Sick
down.
goes down. Goes down to the Pit Lord, but... Anti-Mage still getting the
One
kill!
gets to die.
Getting the kill on the Quap there. Lambert in just such a
Oh my
bad way.
god, dude, the pike is doing so much.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. The double pikes.
Oh my
Abaddon.
god.
Abaddon follows, only Anti-Mage survives.
That was so big. Holy shit.
Yeah, that
really
was.
big.
That was. How much gold just changed hands there? 2,419 gold.
Well, Quap
Yeah.
ult.
Yep. Quap, after several consecutive team fights of
It's
Quap
everybody.
doing next to no damage, does about a third of the team's total damage in that fight there. Definitely. I mean, I will say this much. I do feel like, I don't know if that's a sign for Quap to break out the champagne quite yet, because they extended themselves really far to get that to happen, and she still died as a result of it. But that's definitely a step forward. That's a step in the right direction, as Arc Warden pushes out 2 lanes on opposite sides of the world.
Yeah, if Lambert doesn't die, then it's worth it.
It's going for
Right.
Satanic next, so more sustained for fights.
Right. Ricky ran all the way across the map to try and come beat him up. Just, wasn't there in time. Then Lambert claims hot chilling.
Magic is an abomination.
Hard agree.
Alright.
Arc Warden doesn't have Manta, right?
No. No
Yeah.
Manta, no BKB.
I feel like this would be so good with an early blade on the Backdoor Boys.
Right.
Kind of unfortunate.
Anti-Mage, by the way, finished Abyssal Blade. They're looking for the real guy right now. Ricky is,
Oh.
sort of a bad spot here.
Noise gonna try to bail him out though.
Yep.
The
Fairly
Magician
successfully
bait.
as well.
Holy shit.
A lot of lads.
Magician's wasting a lot
Magician's
of his time.
baiting.
Yep. Lad able to TP out. Pit Lord is out of the fight there.
Magician wasted everyone's time, and so they get nothing but him.
Yep.
Alright, that's a...
Thou
And meanwhile, up above, while that was happening,
It's rather sick by Magician, actually.
It was so really was.
Completely inerted
And
everything.
ran around the trees for like 6 seconds, 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, while everybody else is just allowed to disengage.
yep. While everybody else was allowed to disengage, and in that time, Lambert got to send his little shadow all the way down to bot, start beating that T3 up. You can actually send another up not that long, I don't believe. Yeah, and
You can,
right now he can just send another down there and start really taking that T3 bot to
I think
task.
TP might still...
Maybe he
No,
will.
it's not, okay. And they don't really have a great answer for this.
Under attack.
They're
Right.
fighting up there.
Yep. They are going to get the Nyx Assassin, who's going to buy for it. Trying to, perhaps,
Radiant's middle
in
tower
desperation,
is under
trying
attack.
to, force them
No one needs to
to
answer this.
keep the fight going. Double dies.
This is the annoying thing for Backdoor. They can't overextend themselves to win a fight out on the map because that'll just happen to them, you know? They'll just
Right.
get, casually wrecked if they don't respond with someone. But if they respond with someone, they lose the fight. So what do you do?
Another cool thing there that didn't end up panning out was Cranberry Sprite, the Nyx Assassin, doing another cool thing that didn't pan out. Fought back to try and convince the Backdoor Boys that the fight was going to still go on and just keep diving forward, but just wasn't able to do it quite in time for them to just go all in on it. Oh, Anti-Mage, baby. Oh, Anti-Mage, baby. Magician just eats it instantly, and this is going to be the Nyx dieback in no time flat. Just gets fingered off the world.
TP out though.
They pull out everyone except for the supports again.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower
That was overall worth it. Quap didn't die.
And here comes
And-
the fake
yep.
Lambert. Now
Here you
they're
go.
about again.
Yep.
They have to pop Glyph for that. Batten coming down to try and get something done here. Interestingly, Lambert, even though the tower isn't actually backdoored yet, is trying to beat up the Abaddon.
Yep.
Waste his ult.
You're
Trying to
not
get
in
a
fighting shape.
full-fledged kill, but Roche going down in the meantime there. I believe that's Roche too. Shard going down on the Slardar there. And it's going to be
Alright,
pretty
always
big.
good.
That's going to help them do a lot more damage in these fights, especially with the Pit Lord up.
Yep.
Immortality on the Anti-Mage here puts away the Corrosive Orb for it. Looking to get Travels next just to try and shut down that rat.
Looks like yeah, Rada has deigned himself as the man who must respond to the Arc Warden.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, Arc Warden can also just constantly do this when they're up-pulling, so.
Pretty obnoxious to go high ground with these guys.
For sure, yeah. Which is a very annoying thing about the Radiant Straits comp in general, is that they can force a long game and also have a lot to do when it's like actually happening. Princess actually down here bot now.
Money changes hands.
Yeah,
Looks like
came
it's
to
a little,
respond.
yeah.
Ben trying to push out this wave, keep it as a threat.
Radiant's top tower is
You
under
know, if a
attack.
Ben pushes the wave back out enough, it won't be that much of a threat for Arc Warden anymore, and I suppose Princess wants to stop that from happening.
Glyph just charged back up for the back doors.
Baron
There's
looks
also, the
pretty
fact
dead.
that, there's also the fact that Backdoor is still trying to push the spot lane, which is going to be pretty impossible with Princess here.
Right. Yeah, but Baden gets flushed down the ethereal toilet, so now they really have nobody
Is under attack.
queued up to respond to Lambert. He's gonna eat a T2 up here.
Yeah, this is getting obnoxious.
Interestingly, yep, they have to call him over the end to deal with this
And-
like bots.
You know, for what? Like, it's just a Tempest double.
Yep.
Now you give Straits more time.
Yep, it is some gold that falls in Anti-Mage's pocket, and not an inconsiderable amount, but look at Slardar here.
Yep, in the meantime they'll take Slaughter, and they just forced 2 rotation stops, so they know they won't get punished for this.
Unfortunately, they have nothing to say about the BKB. This is one of those,
Yep.
Radiant Straits tends to end up in this situation a lot, I feel like, where they have lineups where if somebody hits BKB, they're just invincible, basically. They're just
Right.
not going to die no matter
Give
what.
him the Shadow Shaman Shackle first. They might not have killed him, but yeah, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Remember it went on lunch break, forgot to micro his double down here. Anti-Mage actually dedicated enough to drop the Abyssal Blade on him. That's 300 more gold from for free. Which is not ideal. It does seem like pretty much every time a Tempest double dies, Anti-Mage gets 300 bucks for it for free. It's not the most ideal thing in the world, especially if he's going BKB. Definitely has observed the BKB issue that Radiant Straits has, and that they just can't deal with it right now.
Yep.
Our Warden double just getting completely smashed to pieces. That time, Ricky got the money for it.
Yep.
Princess again, out right now. Very, very, I would say very almost their Forgan-like strategy here. Just trying to keep the pressure and respond if needed, rather than the way around. Backdoor Boys actually going to get the T3 pot here, I think. Certainly going to get Neek's Assassin.
Oh man!
Oh no, Lambert!
Oh, the
That
claw
ain't
ult?
Dire's bottom
Okay.
Just holding it,
Yep. Holding it.
waiting,
Yep.
waiting.
That's a pretty big one.
Okay,
Could have been bigger, but. Oh, okay.
But
that's a little sad.
again, unfortunately, the
Give them
final
a lot of damage, though.
circumstances. Yep. Final circumstances. Backdoor Boys still gets their objectives. Doesn't really. They don't lose anybody for this.
We need to go tier 4 there.
Yeah, they need to end this.
Dire's bottom
I
Yeah, it's
still
definitely-
worry for them later.
It's definitely a mistake to ever think that Arc One is going to care that much about like supers.
They're so low, it's not possible to push for this.
I'm going to stop Manoy from getting as much objective advantage as possible. It's also going to stop him from trying to beat up the Quap here as well.
he has Aegis.
I believe that's dieback on. Oh no, that's not. Cranberry actually did just come back up, and yeah,
Ooh.
there's
There's dieback
dieback
on
on
Princess.
Princess.
Magic thyself out of
Lambert's back, but he
Dyer's
doesn't have that
middle
much to fight with.
Dyer's middle barracks are under attack.
2 lanes of supers.
Ooh.
Ricky
Desolator.
just melted. Aegis, by the
Oh
way.
my
just-
god, the
Double-
Deso.
Double Mjolnir and Deso.
It's double leap and Deso actually, but
Oh yeah, double beat. My bad. Yeah.
that is pretty rough for the Radiant Straits. It's definitely at the point now where it's like next time you lose both Lambert and Princess, next time you lose both Arc and Quap, they're just going to die instantly. Like if they lose them one more time, basically, especially if they lose them to accomplish very little, I don't know if they can survive another push.
Tribute to my house.
Basically, is that simple.
Arc Warden almost completing his satanic, I think.
It should be coming up fairly soon, yeah.
Oh wait,
That,
is he going
that
to
ain't no
five?
satanic I've ever heard of. That ain't his courier though.
Headlord's
Oops.
courier, yeah.
Let's see, Brandon, is that Shiva's? Yeah, that is Shiva's. He's got AC. He's gonna have a Shiva soon. That is very good for him. A lot of things. It's just going to basically mean that neither Anti-Mage or Ricky can get that much done outside of BKB, basically. Which is an awkward spot for them, because on the other hand, they have nothing to say about either of them when they are BKB'd. And Cranberry Sprite dead again.
Sad.
This game is balanced, claims Anti-Mage. They're not even going to wait for another Roche. They're just going to go straight for this next T3.
Alright.
Anti-Mage
There's no
here, I think,
Aegis.
yep. Anti-Mage here, maybe in a little bit more trouble than he thinks he is, but...
Slaughter is playing point guard really well.
Yep.
It's really hard to push uphill against these guys though.
No.
Here comes the ding. Yep, here's the ding.
Ooh, nice stun.
Yep, stun on 4, including the real Arc Warden.
Oh,
Quab
the
is
pop-up?
out. Quab
Oh,
ults,
okay.
but all she gets is a Batten. Does go down, at least.
She got Dusty too.
Let's
Ricky?
fight it over.
Ricky might have gone a little far here. No, they don't have damage.
You know what?
Anti-Mage, no!
Oh my god.
They just took both the cores.
Yeah, they did. Only survivors being.
Yep, Lion just running like hell away from this.
I'm really nervous for Backdoor in about 20 minutes.
20
Maybe
minutes.
10, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
I
know.
thought it
this-
was, yeah, I thought it was like 35. It's actually 40, so it's worse for them.
Yep. That fight, they got Quap, which is good, but they failed to get really anything else done. And again, you know, did not really get that big of an ult. I mean, getting Sardar with it is pretty good, but that's not the end of the world right now.
They proved AM's mortality, which is a really dangerous part of that fight.
They proved AM's mortality, and they proved they could do it even without necessarily
That's-
having Quap for
That's
the
without
fight.
Satanic, he's about to get it.
Yep.
There it
There
is,
we go.
Satanic finished.
I would be very nervous if I was AM in this game.
Oh, by the way, just because God hates the Backdoor Boys, here he also got a leveler.
Probably the worst hero to get it on. Or like,
Yep,
depending on
Yeah.
how you look at it.
Legitimately, yeah.
definitely, yeah. Definitely. I mean, Luna's pretty equivalently bad, I think, but yeah, that ain't great. One thing that would especially be bad as well is if this game went to top tier, they got Stygian and Deso. Like, if he's able to cycle those two things out, that is kind of it.
Yeah.
I think.
But we shall see.
Really, any value in his ags, I would say. Definitely should just moonshot it up here.
Megas is their saving grace, I feel like. There's
Sure.
3-4 bottom. Or 3 bottom, actually. But
into the radiant.
Roche goes down. Anti-Mage takes the Ag's Blessing.
we need to get
Aegis
these
and Chief
top
still
racks.
down.
Immortality.
Anti-Mage ultimately takes the Aegis, leaves the Boots of Travel in his pocket.
Yep.
You know, TP bottom again. Okay.
Anti-Mage finished the Moonshore, by the way. Anti-Mage is going to build another Ags. Okay, never mind. He's going to build another one just for posterity's sake. Maybe he'll throw up the Roche Ags and give that one to somebody else.
Maybe. It's possible.
Abaddon just eating the Spark Wraith with the shield.
Always funny.
Tower is under attack.
Creep Wave pushed up just enough for Manoy to start beating up the T3, and the second he could, he did.
Magnetic
Losing
field,
a lot
really
of
annoying
health.
though.
A lot of health really quickly.
Oh
Drop a
no.
lot here just for the fake Arc Warden. It's a real one, getting a lot of work done in the background though. Anti-Mage is the first one to drop blood, just knocking out the knocking out Shaman in no time at all. Knocks out the Cranberry's right once again. Cheese
Lambert
on the
has taken
Slardar,
no
but-
damage in this fight.
Cheese on the Slardar, but it's hard to feel like that matters much. Yep, he's down anyway. Abaddon tries to get the last second save on him, but no avail. But meanwhile,
so
elsewhere.
much.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Oh, it's kind of unfortunate.
Yep.
They didn't touch Lambert in that fight at all.
On
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
hand,
the
they
fight has
didn't
been-
touch Manoy either.
Yeah.
Which I would say right now, pertinently, is kind of the more oppressive thing, honestly. Like, the fact they weren't able to get Manoy at all is probably worse than the fact they weren't able to get Lambert right now. At the moment. Like, if they aren't able to do anything from that.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
Quad Bolt on the Ricky alone, he's dead!
Oh,
He is
that's
super
really
dead.
bad.
Manoy's in trouble here.
Oh, that's
Again, he
not
just
good.
can't do anything about the fake Arc
Oh,
Warden. Somebody tried
Oh.
to do the goddamn outpost during that. That was an interesting time, and
Okay.
the blank just blinked out just to get the Aegis out.
That is some hot chili you're serving up down there.
I feel like Backdoor doesn't go this late in any. Bless you. Backdoor doesn't go this late in any game. So
What do you mean, bless you,
Never.
Vex? Nothing happened.
what do you mean? Oh shit. Yeah, but as I was saying, like Backdoor doesn't go like plus 40 minutes in their league game, so they're kind of choking, I think, at this point.
Right, this is a very unusual situation for them to be in.
Yep.
And it's all because of you, dude. Like, look at this. I mean, you got your little halberd here. Like, how could you, dude?
Really. Actually grieving.
I think it's too late. I think
Yeah,
they're
it is.
Backdoor is starting to win his best.
The only problem is that it's still like, well, Arcwarden doesn't care about supers. I think at this point, this early on, he would care quite a bit about megas, and like, they gotta keep all the lanes pushed out all the time, or Anti-Mage is just gonna come eat it before they can kill him again. Which is what's
I
been
think-
happening every fight. Like, Anti-Mage just comes in, gets two
E-Blade
or three
Arcwarden?
building. Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, okay. So we got an E-Blade on
Somebody,
carry,
yeah.
but it wasn't the one you wanted.
Yeah, there it is. E-Blade
Yep.
finished.
Yeah, Lambert's pretty unstoppable at this point. I don't think they can kill him.
They have an anti-mage at bot. So, kind of look at Princess here. But
Princess is
weird
really
little play
deep
in the
tree.
trees.
This is so much time wasted. Top
Yeah.
is just being pushed.
They still can't find Princess. Finally, Dusty does.
Oh, are they gonna cut? Okay.
Yep, very short order too.
At least there's that buyback
Yeah.
if needed.
Gem.
Also had a
Grab
gem
there,
apparently.
Okay.
Did they get it?
Dire's turret
I believe
Oh,
so.
no. Okay.
I don't see a little vision outline on the map. Lambert just ignoring Slardar, taking down the T2 here.
Radiant's middle
Yep.
tower
They're doing no damage, dude.
Especially during no
Yeah.
damage room now.
This is so painful.
Dire's top
I believe they did
barracks
just kill him just in
Nope.
time.
Yep.
Top?
Anti-Mage once again. Just going
He's
here.
not gonna get it. Oh,
KB.
He's actually sticking in the fight.
he's gonna die
Nice.
though.
Taking a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
he's dead.
Oh.
Goodbye, Anti-Mage.
That's
Immediate
not good.
buyback.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay.
I thought there was like necro creep somehow, even though books haven't dropped yet. But no, it's
Yeah.
just fake Ricky's. He's also pushing.
I just realized Radiant Straits is dire again.
Well, of course,
Yep.
yeah.
Every game
Of
now.
course.
That buyback is extremely risky. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Dead in 1 second anyway.
Once again, Equilibrium not favoring Radiant Straits. All waves are in their base.
This next fight is gonna be so like game deciding no matter who wins it.
Yeah,
Cause that AM buyback pretty much confirmed that
Yeah.
if he dies, it's over.
right, yeah. He dies Arkin, Mega in that time. They can't do
Yeah.
anything about that.
Lambert doesn't have the same problem because he has buyback.
Ooh.
Yep.
Big
Five-man
smoke.
smoke here.
Gonna get the lion.
Yep, combination being going to tank the gank, as they say.
Potentially. Dusty's
Sardar's
pretty near as
here,
well.
yeah. Sardar actually going to be the guy to eat it.
Yep.
He
Both of
could
them.
force.
Yep.
But
Ultimately to absolutely no avail.
yeah.
Tries to TP, does not get anywhere.
Destroyed.
Immediately Lambert goes back to defend his one
Yep.
rack.
Yep. You know, in the past, I said having one rack is like having one lung, and I feel like no better time for that than now. Anti-Mage turns around the second he sees that Gleipnir come out.
Yep.
Is that bait? You're trying to make them think that's the real Ricky? That would be funny.
Five-man smoke.
They're desperate here. Noi, he's right here.
Oh man, he is.
Ooh.
Just popped the Lincolns.
Okay.
That was with
Yep,
sheep
he's
stick,
gone.
okay?
Magic is
That's
an abomination.
BKB down again.
Yep.
Can't
Guess
fight.
they can't do anything for the next 60 seconds.
Yep.
The only question is Radiant Straits necessarily going to be able to do anything in that next 68?
Roche spawning.
It's a very cursed situation for them right now, because if they go contest Roche, they're gonna lose Rex. If they defend Rex, they're gonna lose Roche.
Maybe. I mean, Lambert can just double into that wave. So
It's true, but you can't double into every wave. You need a few more. You need a few more Tempest doubles to get that done. It's so much money, dude. Just buy Moonshard already, bro.
Yep.
They're looking at Roche.
they are.
No, pinging him. Again,
He
Radiant
wants
Straits
to
kinda
have a
blind to
fucking
this.
Midas, dude.
Uh-oh. Rock Raid just went up inside of it.
Yep. They know.
Fake Ricky's tracking the real Lambert.
Real Ricky tracking the real Lambert.
Ah. Neek's assassin just got shattered. Everyone has to turn around and just kill Ricky.
Oh yeah.
So Lambert can make it to the pit at all.
That's really bad.
Roche actually in a very bad
So-
way.
Oh.
Dire take Roche. But no,
Got
gets
it.
changes anyway.
And I got it.
That's really
no, it
bad.
did get it.
But they lost too much for it. Oh no, Ricky died
Ultra
back.
for Lambert.
Ricky died back. That's GG.
And Ricky did die back. Oh man.
Lambert, bro. Micro your illusion, dude. Okay.
But Lambert won't sell his fucking Midas again. He
Yeah.
can easily sell it, but doesn't want to sell it.
Nah, dude. It's fine. He has 13k gold. What's he gonna do with like 3k more?
But he loves his Midas.
What's he gonna do with 3k more? The answer is finish Moonshard. Still have enough for buy.
Yep.
Which would definitely be big for them.
He's just confident that he won't die.
Guess so.
I'm pretty confident he won't die too, to be honest with you. I don't really think they can kill him. AM looks a lot more moral than Aragorn right now.
Right. Everybody on Radiant Straits kind of, well, at least Lad and Princess, Pit Lord and the Quap, coming in for the T2 here.
Radiant's middle
Yep.
tower is under attack.
This is
Because
actually looking at the
they
bot.
see AM
Structures
Yep.
are
on the map and
Mage who's going to have to get through. They're gonna base race it.
okay.
Lambert's actually given the last rack up. They're not even looking at racks, they're going straight for
Oh, yeah.
T4s.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Oh,
here we
many
go.
Both T4s down.
Radiant's middle
That's
Holy
it.
shit.
Here it comes! Thrown! Woo!
Straight did it.
Wow!
Look at
That
those
was such a
guys.
brave play. That was such a brave play on their parts, just to completely ignore the fight, completely ignore the racks there, go right for the T4s, go right through a throw, and they got it. That was pretty big. That was pretty big. Ugh.
Alright, there you go.
Yeah, there was, I do think there was some miscue there on the part of the Radiant Straits. I do think there were some blunders in that game, but man, that way, the way they pulled it out, the way they finished it off, that was very, very big. I do think Backdoor Boys played that really well for a while, but I think the funny thing is that would have gone better for them if everybody was kind of on the same page as Minoy of like, our lives are worth less than the objectives. Like if they were able to get megas at like 30 minutes, I don't think that happens. I don't think they're able to keep the creeps off the T4s long enough for Anti-Mage to not just be able to come in and just, you know, BKB, eat towers, and leave, you know?
Right.
But overall, yeah, big turnaround there for Radiant Straits. I really did. I was really kind of, even to the end, I was just kind of thinking, okay, so Anti-Mage is gonna get megas, you know, they're gonna kill 4, route Lambert, just come in and finish. But no, they actually did a very, very, very good way in that there. Poor Cranberry Sprite though. Oh, 14 on the Neeks. At least
Yeah,
with another
happens.
14 at the end of that, so technically positive. Well, neutral. KDA. Yee, ouch. What a bloodbath, actually. Look at all these kills all over the place.
Yeah.
Alright, so 1-0. Radiant Straits' favor. Backdoor Boys on a bit of the back foot here. Perhaps not where they thought they were going to be. Game 2 coming up next. See you then.